Haiku Friday, January 2nd, 2026. The first Haiku Friday of the new year. How exciting. I don't know what I did with my coffee. There it is. So delicious. So delicious. Well, I'd like to welcome you. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And, let's just keep it going, right? The Julian calendar for Christmas isn't till, I think, January 7th. So we still have time. We can just keep going. Just keep going. New Year's, Christmas, let's just keep it going. All right. Here is the first haiku of the new year from Max Q. The first of the year is filled with trepidation, a fearful nation. Now, I texted Max Q this morning to say, do you have a haiku this morning? And Max Q was at Costco and got on a Costco roll of writing haikus, like you do, right? I mean, I think it would be cool to set up a stand. I was telling Max Q right at the end of an aisle and give people free haikus. How cool would that be? Second one from Max Q. And Max Q sent me a photograph to verify this. Sartre was in the cart. Absurdity and freedom chimed a perfect verse. Yes. Thank you, Max Q. Happy shopping. And we have one from Bill. And Bill's been kind of thinking about, in Canada, like in some states here, that they have kind of a right to die, basically to, if maybe you're elderly or you have a terminal illness and you want to go with dignity and control that, you can in Canada. But here in the United States, I don't know if you can do it nationally. I think in Washington State you can. All right, here we go. Here's Bill's. In intensive care, life departs with alarms, shouts. I'd prefer silence. Yeah. And I think I told Bill, I thought that this haiku really beautifully illustrated that juxtaposition of the drama of passing with just the beauty of passing. Yes, what a wonderful thing. Thank you, Bill. Lots to think about. Very beautiful. All right, and here's Rikosan, speaking of beauty. And for those of us who are in northern climes, we kind of know this feeling, right? And it is beautiful. Watching the sunset. It doesn't end or begin. Nothing is final. Wow, that is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Riko-san. Sorry, I'm drinking. Usually don't like to have beverages when I do this, but I just came in from a run and my feet, I always run in sandals, even in the snow. My feet got kind of cold. Here we go. And here is mine. This is based on kind of a thing I've been working on, and I'll explain it after I read it. Hero Rake-man strikes. Leaf blower mindset falters. Sweeping scales from eyes. All right, so that really concludes the haikus, but I'll tell you about this, what I meant by this. And I have a little video that I put up on YouTube with just sort of initial thoughts. So many times I've been out running and I'll see somebody with a leaf blower and they'll just be on one leaf that's stuck there, that I could walk over with my shoe and move the leaf over to the pile. And in the video, I have a worker in the park who has this 50-pound leaf blower strapped to his back, assaulting everybody with the noise. And he's wearing hearing protection, but that kind of that kind of vibration is going into your bones. There is no protecting yourself from that. Also, just the exhaust from this thing, and then also the passersby having to be subjected to all the sound. And sometimes they work. Sometimes I could see them being a time saving thing, but most of the time they take a lot longer than if somebody just had a rake. And so years ago, I thought about, what if you were like a superhero and you ran around with a rake and maybe a broom across your back like a gun, and then you saw somebody back and forth with their leaf blower, and you just stepped in and you swept it up for them, or you raked it up for them, and you did it in a matter of seconds, and then you left. I kind of wonder, what would that do to somebody? Because it's kind of being in a trance when you're doing these things with the leaf blower. It's not a cognitive response. It's not a thought out thing that I'm going to spend all this money, all this time, all this frustration trying to get the thing started, all of this just so I can blow some leaves, when you could do it quietly, peacefully, with actually a little bit of a workout, and easier on your back with a rake or a broom. But instead, you kind of fall into this thing, well, everybody has a leaf blower, and you're supposed to put this thing on your back and do this, even if it doesn't work, but that's what you're supposed to do. And I think there's this kind of superhero, or not really superhero, person, a leaf raking vigilante, I guess, started showing up doing these things. Maybe it would make people think about other things in their life that they just do because it's expected of them to do it, even if it's stupid. Just stupid. And it does. And so that's on a philosophical level. On another level, it does bother me to be having to listen to. I have hearing loss, so I have hearing aids in, and it just amplifies that sound horribly into my head. And you're in the park, and you're like, the park's supposed to be this place of beauty, and it's just this stupid, loud whining of the leaf blower, and it's not, like you could see in the video that I posted, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Very slow, very slow. But it's just what people are accustomed to do, And I suppose you probably maybe get a little cannabis on board and kind of settle in and just start doing it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, that's the only way I think I could do it, is just that kind of task would just be to just disassociate myself from it. I don't have a thing against leaf blowers because I use a leaf blower, an electric one, but there are times when a leaf blower is a good thing, but it's not the universal tool. And I kind of even wonder if our parks department even owns rakes anymore. They might have just got rid of all the rakes, Yes, this is what old people, curmudgeonly people like me think about. All right, that concludes Haiku Friday. Happy 2026. Hey, you know what? You saw what Max Q did. Whipped out 2 haikus in the middle of Costco. And is a better man for it. If you want to fight the destruction, do some creation. An easy thing to create is a haiku. Join us for Haiku Friday. You can get your haiku to me in a myriad of ways. You can look here for an example of the 575 syllables. And if you're off, I don't care. I'm going to read them anyways. If you had 10 syllables, 12 syllables, 8 syllables, I'll read them. Just tell me it's a haiku and I'll read them. So, thank you. Thanks for tuning into Haiku Friday. Go to haikufriday.com to see all the Haiku Friday goodness out there. Or go to the YouTube channel or Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Bye now.